Hello everyone, this is Girija Raviraj from SLN Tutorials. I welcome you to my channel. It is all about commerce and computer education simplified. Today we are going to see the operating cycle. It is a topic available in working capital management which can be found in financial management. In financial management, working capital management is considered as an important topic which is going to finance the day-to-day requirement of the business. Moving to the next slide, meaning of operating cycle or working capital cycle. So before going to see the exact meaning of operating cycle, just I want to give you a gist about working capital. So working capital is nothing but it is a part of capital which is required by the firm for financing its current or working need of your business enterprises. In a simple way, it is a finance required for a daily or a day-to-day working of a business concern, such as amount to be invested in inventory, that is a raw material, semi-finished goods and finished goods, accounts receivables, marketable securities, cash in hand, cash at bank, etc. Working capital is also considered as revolving capital or circulating capital. Why it is considered as a revolving or circulatory is nothing but working capital starts with cash. Cash will be converted as an inventory. Inventory will be converted as a finished goods. Finished goods into receivable. Receivable into cash. So the finance will be circulating from the cash, starts from the cash and ends with the cash. That is why it is called as a circulatory capital or a revolving capital. In other words, working capital is nothing but excess of current asset over current liability. Right? Okay. So it is also known as a short-term capital. Why it is called as a short-term capital? Because its investment is considered only for a short period. In the sense, the working capital need is required only for the short. Within a 1 year, it will be converted into cash. So the meaning of, we have seen the meaning of the working capital. Hope you have understood the concept. Right, next topic I want to touch is concept of working capital. So before going to the concept, I have to tell you the components of a working capital. Component is considered as a there are the two components. One is current asset, another one is current liability. Current asset is nothing but it is a short-term assets which can be converted into cash within 1 year. In the sense, you can convert the short-term asset, that is a current asset, into the cash. Inventory can be converted into cash, or a debtor can be converted into cash, or cash can be converted into inventory. Again, inventory will be converted into debtor like this. It will be within a very short period, such a current assets will be converted into another form. Again, finally, it will be converted into cash also. So, current asset are those assets which can be converted into cash. Right? Example for current asset is cash in hand, cash at bank, inventory, accounts receivables, short-term investments. Now, we will see another component called current liability. Current liability refers to those liabilities which are repayable within short period of time. In the sense, within a very short time, payments are to be made. Example, sundry creditors, that is a suppliers, bills, that is accounts payables. Right? Then outstanding expenses. Then bank overdraft short term. Right? These are all the sum of, then again provision for taxation, provision for dividend. These are all the short-term liabilities or short-term commitments which has to be cleared. Right? So based on the components, concept of working capital can be classified into two types. one is gross working capital, another one is net working capital. Gross working capital is nothing but total of all the current assets. Whatever the current asset available in the business, if you sum it up, then it will be called as a gross working capital. Next come with other concept, net working capital. Net working capital is nothing but excess of current asset over current liabilities. Total all the current asset, total it up. From the total, you minus the payables or the current liabilities, then whatever excess found is called as a net working capital. So net working capital may be a positive or a negative. So positive net working capital is nothing but excess of current asset. Negative net working is nothing but excess of current liabilities. Right, come back now. The meaning of the operating cycle. So operating cycle is nothing but the period taken by a company to complete one production cycle. In the sense, the cash will be converted as a raw material with the help of the cash. Whatever the business is having, from that cash, company is going to buy raw material. From that raw material, it will be put into the production. Then the firm will get work in progress. From that work in progress, again that production cycle will come to the finished goods. After the finished goods get over, now the sales will happen. After selling, debtor will come into the scene. After debtor, then you can get the cash. This cycle starts from the cash and ends with the cash is called as a operating cycle. So every firm requires the fund for the two purpose. One, to invest in fixed asset, another one to invest in current asset. So the fund required to invest in current asset will keep on changing the volume. In the sense, for example, a company may have cash in the beginning or in the beginning. With help of that cash, company will purchase supplies of will purchase raw material and pay wages and salaries to meet overhead cost. That will be treated it as a work in progress. After work in progress converted into finished goods, that is on the end of the completion of the production process. On the sale of these goods, they will be get it converted into debtors. Then after that, debtors will be realized into cash. So cash from the beginning, the cycle starts from the cash and ends with the cash. The cycle of that converting cash into the cash is called as a operating cycle. That is a time taken by the firm to convert cash into raw material into work in progress into finished goods into debtor into cash. That cycle is called as a operating cycle. Right? Okay, so we will see the next slide. Hope you have understood the concept of operating cycle. Next, I want to give a snapshot view of operating cycle, what I have explained in earlier slide. Cash is converted into raw material. With the help of the cash, whatever is available at the company will pay for that, buy the raw material, then put into work in progress. While doing the production itself, salary will be, that is wages and salary will be paid. Overheads could have been met. In that, after at the end of the work in progress, completion of the production, company will get finished goods. After getting the finished goods, it will be sold out. After selling of the goods, the debtor, that sales will be converted into debtor, and again debtor will be converted into cash by making collection from the customers. So this is the snapshot view of operating cycle. So this cycle starts from the cash and ends with the cash. Hope you have understood the snapshot view of operating cycle. Again, we will move to the next slide. So I want to tell what are all the elements of working capital cycle or operating cycle. So if you see the element or the components, first one cash, another one raw material, next one work in progress, then finished goods, then debtor. Next come with length of working capital or a operating cycle. Here I want to give you few more points about the length, because that is based on the operating style of the firm or a organization. For example, if the company is a large or a company is a very big in operations, then if their production cycle is more, in the sense if they take a very long term process, production process, then the length of the working capital cycle will be more. In the sense, converting raw material into finished goods, if we take 6 months to 1 year, then the process will be more, obviously the operating cycle will be the more. So the length of the operating cycle is depend upon the size of the business or the type of the organization. If the company is a manufacturing company, or if the company is a large scale operating organization, then the length of the operating cycle will be more. Next, if the company is a medium scale, the length or the cycle of length of the operating cycle or a working capital cycle will be of the medium phase. Then if the company is a small, again length of the operating cycle will be short. This is the regarding the size. Then if I go with the nature of the business, nature of the business, one is a manufacturing. Again, the manufacturing firm will take time to convert raw material into finished goods and to sell and to convert debtor into cash. They require more period. So in that case, operating cycle will be more. In case of a trading organization, there is no need to converting of raw material into finished goods. They are going to directly buy the goods from the market and they can sell it off. Obviously, the operating cycle will be very less. For a service organization, there is no production or a trading. They are going to give only services. So there is no need for operating cycle or a working capital cycle. Next, length of the working capital cycle. Length starts with converting cash into raw material, then raw material into work in progress. That period taken, so the period taken by the company to convert cash into raw material, the period taken by the company to convert raw material into work in progress, period taken by the company to convert work in progress into finished goods into debtor, and debtor into cash. If this process takes more time, length of the working capital will be too large, too lengthy or too large. If the period is taken by the firm is less, the size of the capital cycle, working capital cycle also will be less. So I hope you could have understood the concept. Next, going to the going to the slide. Stages of the operating cycle. What are all the stages available in the operating cycle? We will see one by one. So stages can be explained in the terms of period, in the sense holding how many days of raw material you have to keep it in store. Work in progress, to convert raw material into finished goods, how much time is taken. So the stages of operating cycle will be expressed in the terms of time, right? Okay, raw material holding period, that is denoted by the letter R. So the raw material holding period is nothing but how many months of stock has to be kept in hand for the uninterrupted production cycle, right? So raw material holding period. Then work in progress period. Work in progress period is nothing but raw material could have been given to the production, but the production process has not got over. So in between period, how many months it will take to complete the production process is called as a work in progress period. That is denoted by letter W. Again, finished goods. How much months of stock should be always kept ready for the sales in order not to in order to have uninterrupted sales. In the sense, the sales should not stop because of non-availability. right? Okay, so this is called as a finished goods stock. Then receivable collection. After goods have been sold, receivable, that is accounts receivable, debtor and bills receivable collection period. How many months the customers taking to repay? Then again creditor payment, so that finished goods is denoted by F, receivable collection is denoted by letter D, creditor payment period is nothing but time taken by the firm to pay to the creditor is denoted by letter C. These are all the stages of operating cycle. Friends, we will move to the next slide. So that is a symbolic representation of the operating cycle. I want to put the operating cycle by using the symbols or by denoting letters. Operating cycle O is equal to operating cycle that is denoted by letter O. O is equal to raw material holding period plus work in progress period plus finished goods holding period plus debtor conversion period minus creditor payment period is equal to operating cycle. This is nothing but symbolic representation of the operating cycle. Friends, I hope you have understood the concept of operating cycle, which is the part of the working capital requirement. Why this is used in working capital requirement is to know the cycle, that is a production cycle. Every business who have been engaged in a manufacturing, they will be very much keen or very much interested in knowing about the production cycle, how many months it will take to convert the finished goods or a raw material or a work in progress into sales and to realize the cash. So they might be having very much interest in knowing this information. So in order to know the information about the operating cycle, it will be available in this video. Kindly share with your friends, those who require this topic. Please suggest my video, and hope you could have this video is useful to you. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, share my videos, like, and if there is any topic is required, please put it in comment so that I will do video for that also. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching.